special shout out to my buddy Matt. I dedicate this video to you. I'll link his channel in the description. Happy birthday! Heidi and the cat say happy birthday to you. The power couple of Gotham City, Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn. They even have a pet. It's the unalive Catwoman. Good kitty. Here we are in Metropolis, and it's the worst of all possible scenarios. Superman is not the same. The most incredible of superheroes, Superman had the power to give hope to the hopeless. On Wednesday, around noon, all hope was lost. At the Fortress of Solitude, our heroes know that with Superman turned, their timetable for launching the arcs has sped up exponentially. Lois reminds everyone that Superman can easily take down both of the arcs. Superman has to be taken out of the equation, and Batman knows exactly how. A side note, we've known since Grant Morrison's run on GLA that Batman has a plan to take down every member of the Justice League. Everyone except Green Arrow. Batman didn't find him dangerous enough to create a plan for his doom. Ollie's hurt by this and laments that he could be a planetary threat if he wanted to. Luckily for him, Green Canary supports her lover and tells him, of course you could. It appears that Bruce Wayne stalked Damian's utility belt personally. The new Batman produces a chunk of kryptonite. Wonder Woman and Damian consider a non-lethal option, but they both know they only have one chance, and they can't hold back. They decide to fill the arcs with the remaining population of the planet, located on Themyscira and Gotham City. The arcs prepare, and so does Wonder Woman. She uses her skill in metallurgy to forge a new blade consisting of the Sword of Athena and that chunk of kryptonite. One could consider it a god-killer blade. According to Wonder Woman, Athena was not only a goddess of war, but a goddess of craft and mathematics. Wonder Woman feels this is not a coincidence, since they are essentially fighting an equation. In the Gotham jungle, we see the completion of one of the arcs. Each one could hold a maximum of 7 million people, and it was time for it to go up. Now. The only thing left is for everybody to board the craft. But Poison Ivy will not abandon the Green. And Harley Quinn won't abandon her. So they stay behind. The evacuation of Themyscira is going according to plan, until something arises out of the sea. Mara tells Wonder Woman to ready her warriors and defend the Ark. A tempest is coming. Damn! Looks like somebody released the Kraken. Why does that sound dirtier than I meant it? Oh well. We got the Kraken, the unalive Aquaman, along with a ton of zombie Atlantean warriors. By the way, the design of the Kraken, it's pretty dope. It literally has characteristics of pretty much all the top ocean predators. Cool stuff. The fearsome Aquaman gets an arrow in the eye for his trouble. Mira looks like she doesn't know how to feel at this point. She's pretty conflicted, I would imagine. Green Arrow, who, by the way, is still holding a grudge about Batman not thinking he's a threat to the world and thus has no contingency plan to stop him, comments that he just shot an arrow half a mile at near hurricane level of wind and rain straight into the brain of the undead king of the oceans while he was controlling the Kraken. F you, Batman. The Atlanteans shouldn't have been able to find Paradise Island, let alone step foot on it. But when our heroes extended the size of the island to accommodate all the refugees, Themyscira was no longer hidden. Mara and Queen Hippolyta give it all they had, and they were not alone. The Amazons banded together, and without an ounce of fear, they charged into this terrifying scene. We are back with the former Man of Steel. Our heroes say he wasn't hard to find. Since there are no signs of life, Green Canary decrees that they don't have to hold back. Needless to say, Green Canary doesn't hold back. Superman apparently doesn't like this song. Work, 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 work. As amazingly badass as the Amazons are, they were not prepared for this type of battle. Still, they fought. They fought for their friends and loved ones. They fought as allies, turned into enemies. Arrow confirms all the refugees have boarded. Mara is getting a little bit more revenge for her fallen loved ones. Mara asks about the Amazons, but sadly, it's too late for them. Queen Hippolyta lays waste to her zombie Atlantean foes, urging Cassie to leave, but Cassie is unwilling to leave without her queen. Hippolyta tells her to tell Diana that Themyscira is now hers to honor. The remaining Amazons gave precious time for the Arks to leave. Paradise Island held off the Oblivion. Here comes the moment our heroes have dreaded. The undead Superman has shown up. Dinah Lance, the Green Canary, is doing her best to hold off this once pillar of hope. Cyborg comes to aid the fight. Luckily, the one person who has a shot of taking out Superman has joined the struggle. Of course, we are talking about Wonder Woman. She uses the new kryptonite-infused blade on Superman, severing his arm in the process. Even unalive, I would imagine that hurts. One thing that has to be taken into account is this version of Superman does not hold back and punches through Wonder Woman. She falls as Green Canary watches helplessly. Superman takes off. Cyborg catches Diana, and she realizes in that moment that Superman has spotted the Arks, and they're going to be his next target. Diana gives her sword to Dinah. Vic tells her to go, and he'll stay with Wonder Woman. He says the virus started with him, and he was never going with the rest of humanity. It was never in the cards for him. The Arks have reached escape velocity. John uses his X-ray vision and sees his father coming. Damian reminds him that the thing coming for them is not his father. John makes Damian promise to look after Martha. Why did you say that name? Sorry. Not sorry, I had to do it. He tells Damian that he'll make a great Batman. Lois tries to talk to John, but he stops her. He tells her he knows what he has to do now. Dun 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 dun. John flies out to meet his father to defend humanity's chance. Clark definitely would have been proud of John. Boom! Star, stop it. John's taking on his father and he's a zombie. You're always on zombie's side. That's enough. John was a child trying to hold back death. What he was able to do was buy time. Even a minute can change everything. Attention, Green Lantern of Sector 2814. Yes! The cavalry arrived, a whole F-ton of Green Lanterns. Guy Garner and Dinah have a little banter. Ganthet says Earth is going to be quarantined, but now they have to come up with a game plan for the zombie Man of Steel. The anti-life equation makes a calculation and decides it cannot defeat the entire Green Lantern Corps. So Superman chooses to make a beeline toward the sun. Ganthet is a little confused by Superman's actions. The anti-life equation is feeding and absorbing the sun. Ganthet deduces what Superman is doing. This process won't happen overnight, but it will in time. When Dinah asks if they're going to let it happen, Ganthet responds and says that even the Green Lanterns don't have the power to reach into the heart of a star. Sadly, it may be the best case scenario. If the sun grows dark, the system will freeze and perhaps the virus will go dormant. The focus now is to protect humanity as they leave their homeworld for a new one. Now here's something interesting. Cyborg uses the lasso of truth on the infected Wonder Woman. To his surprise, it works. Now he can communicate directly with the anti-life equation. He's a smart cookie. Cyborg asks, is there any way to stop it? The virus says it's death, and he can't stop death. He asks, is there a cure? It says yes, and when Cyborg asks where the cure is, it responds with, it's within you. The equation tells Cyborg that he's a machine and man. He's patient zero. He's the alpha and the omega. This rocks Victor to the very core. And he says the people they have killed didn't have to die. Cyborg realizes he has to reach the Ark and tell them that he holds the cure. Unfortunately, Cyborg makes a huge tactical mistake by turning his back on his enemy. Wonder Woman makes quick work of Vic while telling him life is fleeting and the only truth is death is forever. As the Green Lanterns escort humanity's arcs, the narration says that parents used to tell their children that monsters don't exist. Nothing is hiding in the dark, and nothing is going to come out for you from the shadows. Lois wishes she could tell her child the same thing, but this is impossible now. John has faced too many monsters already. They don't know the challenges that face them now. As what's left of humanity settles on Earth 2, they hope the monsters are behind them now. Alright, that was it. That was all of DCeased. What do you guys think? A lot of heartache, but a lot of hope as well. I'm not sure exactly where to go next. I'll try to figure that out in time. But as always, fare thee well, my friends, and take care.